Kavanaugh accusers high school yearbooks reveals history of drunken promiscuity. On Monday, September 17, Christine Blasey Ford's high school yearbooks suddenly disappeared from the web. I read them days before, knew they would be scrubbed, and saved them. How did I know they would be scrubbed? Because if roles were reversed, and Christine Blasey Ford had been nominated for the Supreme Court by President Trump, the headline by the resistance would be something like this: Christine Blasey Ford and the drunken white privileged racist playgirls of Holton Arms. And it would be an accurate headline. That's why the yearbooks have been scrubbed. They are a testament to the incredible power these girls had over their teachers, parents and the boys of Georgetown Prep, Landon and other schools in the area. These yearbooks are, therefore, relevant to the national investigation now being conducted in the media, in homes, and in the halls of Congress. And they should not have been scrubbed. If Brett Kavanaugh's yearbooks are fair game, so are these. And you will wonder while reading them, why the hell did the faculty approve of these yearbooks? Why did the parents take out paid ads in these yearbooks? Animal House had nothing on the infamous Holton party scene. The resistance media has been singularly focused on Brett Kavanaugh's high school yearbooks, which imply that he got drunk and threw up. There's no need to imply anything from the Holton Arms yearbooks. It's all there in focus, and the written word too. All of the sordid details as approved for publication by a look the other way faculty. And now it's available for historical, evidentiary review. It is to this wild Holton culture we must look in order to shed light on the last-minute accusation by Christine Blasey. And in the official high school chronicles of this era, we find many names of people who can provide relevant evidence. Christine Chrissy Blasey alleges she cannot recall the exact date, place or names of people who were at the party in question. This research is intended to refresh her recollection and the recollections of others who may recall key facts. In this report, last names have been redacted and faces obscured, other than the picture of Chrissy Blasey. The yearbook title is Scribe. The relevant issues are Scribe 82, Scribe 83 and Scribe 84, corresponding to Blasey's sophomore, junior and senior years, when she and her classmates and Kavanaugh were 15 to 17-year-old juveniles. While preparing this report, I came across a biased viral article from Heavy.com that portrays Christine Blasey and Holton Arms as the very essence of high school purity. As for the school itself, when Blasey attended it, nothing could be further from the truth. Brett Kavanaugh attended Georgetown Prep, graduating in the class of '83. Blasey graduated from Holton Arms in the class of '84. The Georgetown Prep boys are mentioned affectionately multiple times in these brazen yearbooks. Holton faculty approved binge drinking. Scribe 84 is the yearbook for her senior year. Her name was Christine Blasey in high school, often referred to as Chrissy. Blasey is pictured at a Halloween party in her junior year. The caption on the right says, "Lastly, one cannot fail to mention the climax of the junior social scene, the party. Striving to extend our educational experience beyond the confines of the classroom, we played such intellectually stimulating games as quarters, Mexican dice and everyone's favorite, Pass Out, which usually resulted from the aforementioned two." The Halloween party pictured above would have taken place within 16 weeks of the alleged assault, which Blasey claims happened in the summer of '82, after her sophomore year. 10th grade seems to have been a ritual initiation into the Holton party scene. Another sophomore girl threw multiple all-night benders, the highlight of which featured a male erotic dancer in gold G-string. 1982 was a particularly wild year and Scribe 82 published multiple pictures of minors drinking heavily, beer cans stacked up, liquor repeatedly glorified, boys, beer and the zoo atmosphere. The caption on the right side of the image mocks the faculty and parents, "Come on, you are really too young to drink." Numerous passages in the yearbooks discuss the drunken keg parties held while parents were away from home. Scribe 83 joyfully recalls partying with the boys from Georgetown Prep, Kavanaugh's high school. The editors captioned a collage of alcohol-themed photos as follows. In case you were not into the Holton party scene, here is a brief glimpse at one of the calmer get-togethers. Faculty approved RACSIM at Holton Arms. Another disturbing aspect of these yearbooks is evidence of overt racism therein. I debated long and hard as to whether to include the following pages. But it's important that we closely examine the privileged Holton Arms culture while Christine Blasey was a student there. Seeing such insensitive racism in action at this prestigious girls' academy, attended by mostly white rich girls, provides context of the very privileged attitude exhibited by the Holton Arms all-female student body. That the Holton girls got these yearbooks approved by faculty and paid for by their parents shows just how powerful they were in their own right at such a young age. And the fact that Holton Arms had these yearbooks scrubbed from the web, just as Christine Blasey Ford came forward with her allegation against Brett Kavanaugh, proves that they still know how to dominate. In doing so, they prevented the nation from weighing relevant facts. This is why I have chosen to include the following ugliness in the report. The image is taken from Scribe 84, Blasey's senior year edition of Scribe. There are two very disturbing examples of racism in it. Bottom right-hand corner. At Cheryl's multi-class party-redacted name came as an uncanny buckwheat, although she washed the makeup and afro off before the guys showed up. You may be thinking that it was just one mean girl being insensitive, not reflective of the greater Holton Arms society at large. But when we expand the page, the caption was taken from, at the top is a black girl with an afro. This is one of the very few images found in those yearbooks featuring an African American. It does not seem like a coincidence, but rather a probative example of Holton culture. Now scan the previous caption from pg.150 of Scribe 84, this time down the left side. The editors discuss a house party where, we were confronted by a pair of veiled terrorists, two redacted names, were the guns real or did you just want to get served first? Then turn back to pg. 148, where the two Holton girls are pictured in makeshift burqas, holding automatic pistols. Also note that at the bottom of the caption above, the girls mention their male conquests with great pride. No longer confining ourselves to the walls of Landon and Prep, we plunged into the waters of St. John and Gonzaga with much success. Faculty-approved sexual promiscuity. Scribe 82, pg. 260, shows racy images, including three minors dressed provocatively as Playboy bunnies. The caption states, "Beach Week culminated the year for those of us lucky enough to go. With school and our minds in temporary recess, we were able to release all those troubling inhibitions of the past year. While dancing in the middle of Coastal Highway, an redacted last name and friends picked up some men who passed out in their apartment." Read the whole page. It has some weird Hitler jokes as well. Now we turn to the final sentiments from Scribe 84, Chrissy Blasey's senior year at Holton Arms. Page 261 gives the parting sentiment of her 6-year Holton experience. There are two relevant quotes. The first characterizes the senior girls as sexual predators upon younger boys. Other seniors preferred to expand their horizons and date younger men, usually sophomores, who could bring the vitality and freshness of innocence to a relationship. The Holton girls clearly portray themselves as the sexual predators here. Let's talk about memory. In conclusion, please look again at the page. In the final passage, the joy of passing out and forgetting everything you did the night before is praised. And there were always parties to celebrate any occasion. Although these parties are no doubt unforgettable, they are only a memory lapse for most, since loss of consciousness is often an integral part of the party scene.